We're taking turns getting hoisted up high on Jibsea, making a slight adjustment up top.
It's now gonna come over here.
And ironing some kinks down below with the crew.
You were leaving, just didn't feel 100%.
I tried to cut corners the first time around.
Clearly, that didn't work.
Welcome to Sailing Jibsea. 2 years ago, we knew nothing about sailing, but took off from Canada with an urge for adventure. I'm Steph, this is Travis, and this is our home, Jibsea. We moved quickly and in a short time have made it down south and even crossed an ocean, but we still have a whole lot more of the world to see. Subscribe and join our life on the water.
Hey guys, welcome back. If you watched our last week's episode, you know we will be situated over the winter months. What a better place to check off some things on our list. And one of them is going to be measuring our sails.
We had to do it 2 times because we tried to cut corners the first time around and take the easy route. Our idea was to measure the sails and all the stuff up there with the sails still on the boat. We just didn't want to have to take them down, carry them on and off the boat, try to find some space to lay it all out and all of that hoopla. So.
Well, the weather wasn't the greatest for laying them out and you were leaving, so we just figured maybe we'll just get some measurements there.
We're going to try to measure our mainsail on the boat. The head sail is a different story because your furler is all straight, it's on a tube, so you can get the luft pretty accurate. But for our mainsail, our mast has got a nice curve in it. So what I did was I took all the slugs off the track, so it's just going to be freestanding as it raises, and it'll just be attached to the boom on the bottom. And that'll allow us to drop the tape measure and get an accurate straight reading of the luft.
It was kind of windy, but that was the lull of the windy period that we had that week or so. And I was going home soon to visit family in Toronto, so we figured we'll give her a go.
And clearly, that didn't work. And our sail did stretch over time with the curve of the mast. So I wasn't accurate on that measurement either. And that's, just didn't feel 100% good with what we were doing there.
Yeah. What? 53 and a half. 53 feet, 6 inches. Up there? Yeah. Are you writing this down? Could have just taken the sail down.
Just hoisted Steph up to the top, and then we just took a 65-foot tape. We measured the whole luft of the sail because it's nice and straight following the furler. Then we measured the foot. And we measured the leech all the way up again. That should be fine. Feel confident with the measurements we got on our head sail. And then we'll just do the main on the ground, because then we can get reefing points and just all that kind of stuff. There's a little bit more to the main than the head sail, I think.
So when I was gone, there was actually a drier day while you were here.
Yeah, I found one day that the ground was dry and it wasn't windy, so I just took it upon myself to go over and measure out the sail.
Take them on and off the boat.
Take them on and off.
Just the main sail.
Yeah.
That's it. All measured, folded back up. Really helps because I used the weight to help with the folding.
Yeah, so, we always try a different way because you never know. But, there's one way to do it, and that's
the right way?
The right way is take them down, lay them out. And when Steph was gone, I was doing a bit more research online, and I came across a really good site, Precision Sails, that will help you get accurate measurements to get proper sail quotes. We figured since we're here at a dock and we can lay the sails out, we can do all this. Why not have that information? It's perfect.
When I got back to Jibsea, we noticed that we had missed a bunch of particulars up there, so we were going to have to go back up, which was a 2-person job. But this time around, it was going to be a heck of a lot easier.
I'm pretty sure everyone around the boat always thought we were angry at each other because you're yelling.
It was. Like, you guys saw the clip, I was like, what?
What? Steph's favorite saying. What?
Okay, whatever. During the time that I was away, we also had a package come in, a new toy. Should be a lot less yelling and frustration.
Yeah, if you're at the front of the boat or on the top of the mast and you have a full enclosed cockpit, communicating between her and I is yelling.
When I was up there, he's on the deck trying to look at me to take down the information I was yelling, and I didn't even see a notebook in your hand. That's why I was like, are you even writing this down? Are you going to remember the stuff that I'm yelling to you if you can even make out what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyways, what we got was going to make it a lot easier.
Yeah, we received wireless headsets. Hollyland Solidcom C1s.
What the cruising community calls marriage savers. A lot easier. I can stay in the cockpit while Travis is being hoisted up in the mast, and then when he's up at the very top, I can just listen for the measurements instead of sticking my head out, trying to hear him, all of that. I'm gonna grab our big winch handles because these ones are great, but I'll grab the super beefy one. So far, I can hear him super clearly. I can hear like every breath. Okay, are you ready to go up? Are you ready to go up? Well, these are super clear, like I can hear everything. I wonder how they do in the wind. They're probably good still, because like I can still hear you. Okay, how much more?
20 feet. Steph's panting down there.
You panting, I can hear you breathing or sniffling from the cold. It's sweating, but I love that I could just like stay inside and just hear you. But I'm gonna have a look anyways to see.
So we're just at the top of the mast here, and these things are amazing. I can hear Steph perfectly clear, and we're about 60 feet away right now. Even for stuff like this, perfect use.
I feel like even if you go dinghy across an island, like you remember when we were on Scaffa, Fingal's Cave, that island, and you went out in the dinghy and we were anchored pretty close to shore, I think you would have been within 1,000 feet.
Oh yeah, I might have. Well, 1,000 feet's pretty far, so we'll do a dinghy test with it one day for sure.
So the first measurement is from the distance between the aft face of the mast and the backstay top pin.
Backstay top pin. Well, let's just go there. It says 4 inches.
4 inches, okay. The halyard shackle and the knot.
I gotta measure my halyard knot, where it stops, and the max length it can go. I'm gonna change the topping lift. Can you go out and tighten the topping lift? That gave us a few more inches, so that'll be really good for our sail. Instead of our topping lift coming out right here, it's now gonna come over here. Just on a pin. It doesn't need to have like a perfect shackle swivel up there because I don't ever play with it. So it doesn't need to be, you know, non-friction. Just has to be there. So I think that'll work. Give us an extra few inches. So now our sail can come up here and not chafe.
Okay. Okay, uncleating. Yeah. See your feet. Okay, completely off. That was awesome. I could hear you like the entire time.
These things are freaking sweet. Like totally clear. No static, no nothing, no radio noise, just clean, clear. So these things are nice and easy. They pair up instantly and then to disconnect, you just flick it up like that. Disconnected.
Hey, I can't hear you.
Yeah. So she can't hear me now.
Flip it down or flip it up. Can you
That's
hear me?
off?
Yeah, it's off.
And then that's on. Just that easy.
I don't want to hear you.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Bye.
And then there's an actual on-off button, but boom, on, she can hear me. So this is gonna be great. We've been in really tight quarters and the wind's been howling, and we've had to communicate really well to get through some of these anchorages to drop the hook. And it's really hard to do that when I'm trying to pay attention to where I want the hook to be dropped, and I'm trying to tell her where to go, or vice versa. You know, when I look back, especially when I was blowing like 30 plus knots, and I look back to give her a signal, and we could already be off like our mark where we want to drop.
We have hand signals.
Yeah, we have hand signals, but still, sometimes it's like if it was rainy or it just gets dark. Prime example was when we were in the Azores and the wind was blowing 35 knots and we were just in the most horrible position, and we had to move anchorages because there's a big barge coming in, and we had to re-anchor in this little tiny anchorage.
I've seen these before. We've seen other cruisers have them, and we always wanted them, but couldn't justify it because it wasn't in our budget at the time.
Travis's favorite saying is, well, we're making do, right?
Do. I totally understand the value in these now. They're so worth it. Just to be able to not yell at each other and get stressed out. Just because once you're yelling, you're already kind of raising the stress levels. So it's nice. Just talk normally, calm, and you can hear them perfectly. So I can't wait to use these things more. It'll be awesome.
They're also good for 1,100 feet, and we're going to go test that out.
Let's go do that now.
So you're going to go down the dock, like way far. It's a long dock. And I'll stay on the boat, and we'll test it out.
Yeah.
Sweet! I can hear her crystal clear. And I just mapped on the phone. We are 480 feet away. I can't go any further, obviously. Yeah, these can go way further.
I can hear you just as well as when you were next to me.
It'll be fun to test it, do a dinghy test too one day. All right, come back.
Okay, so those work great. Love them. Can't wait to use them when we're out on anchor. But for now, stay tuned. More from inside the boat here because we have a massive undertaking. We kind of just decided to do this thing.
I ripped apart the boat.
So yeah, we're really excited to share what's been going on here on board. So make sure you guys subscribe to our channel if you haven't already so that you don't miss the upcoming episodes and all the things we've decided to get ourselves into.
We are definitely testing our skills. So
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.